So this is a little ditty about a Camaro, what I done before my infamous YouTube career. Dude wanted a clean one, so he went to, I think it was California, picked up a semi-half Z28. It had problems. They always got problems, right? Some door gap issues, etc., etc. So I welded up the edge of the old fender. So the reason what I done that was, as it happens, this thing had factory doors on it, but they had aftermarket fenders on it. So I chose to whittle away at the fenders to clean stuff up rather than, get too hard deep into the doors. This here is what you call your aftermarket bum. That's a Camaro bum. It's all Dynacorn or Goodmark. That's what it was, all Goodmark stuff. So when you're clarencing for tires, clarence, don't do this, because that's all they done here. They just, you can see, they whacked away at her to fit some big balonies up there, and they boiled the inner lip in, and that's what they done. This car was a no rust California Camaro, but we ended up going through a lot to fix them wheel lips, because the dude that owned the car, he wanted it done. I had to be GM again and do the car the way GM done it. Except for stuff like the way that they're quarter panel, because that's not a quarter panel. I cut the quarter panel off, as I've stated before, and I installed a set of quarter panels. So yeah, there's a lot of cutting and dicing and slicing and cussing and cussing and cutting and cutting and cussing. Trunk gaps, door gaps, that's a beauty, hey? It actually looks better in pictures than it did in person when I'm standing there staring at it. What I done there is I cut a little slice into the quarter, and then I spread it out, stuck a screwdriver in there, and then spread the gap out, to push the quarter out to meet the door. Then I still wound it up, putting a little bit on the edge of the door just to get that lovely, lovely curve. Whole car back then, they red oxided the insides of everything, hey? So everybody's got to be red oxided again. Here's the other quarter panel. Fits the same as the first. This here is, that's up along the roof line where the trim fits, and nobody was happy. So, give you the trim, and we got to make everybody happy, right? Cut the quarter, spread it out, and made it to the roof, fit it to the trim. This we should not have done, and after the fact, the owner agreed. Actually, he was the first one who said we should not have done this, because he wanted the entire tail pan put in, just like GM would have done, a one-piece tail pan. But the only damage to it was below the bumper. So we should have just cut that off and not put this taillight section in the upper section, because it's a bummer. It didn't fit nowheres. Didn't fit the quarters on the side. You can see there it's tucked in. That is damn near a ½ an inch, if you can't tell that it was tucked in. Nice weather strip trough, hey? What the hell are you guys even doing? The red bit there, I left that. That's the original bit, so I could make sure that everybody fit up to that again, and they didn't. So that's the initial cutting and strutting down there. I believe I did a little more to even that gap up. Again, slice it, make it fit, weld it up. That's what we wound up with in the metal work anyways. Pretty happy with everything, the way it all whittled up there. It took some work, let me tell you something. There's the broad shot of the bum. There's all our, what did I say this stuff was? Dynacorn? Goodmark? Goodmark, that's what it was. There's a Goodmark bum. That there is the numbers matching LT1 350 that actually somebody, I believe before he bought the car, they put a 383 kit in that and a Tremec 6-speed transmission in it. There's a little bit of primer on the bum. A lot of bum action, hey? See, there's all that red oxide again. I had some single stage custom mixed for this car so that I could go underneath there and not use lacquer but get the same effect. Just go ahead and bash the bejesus out of your transmission tunnel for any selection of shifters and transmissions you want to put in there over the years. And then give me that piece and I'll welder in there, and then I'll red oxide everybody again. See, the 6-speed, it fits up in there pretty good in the factory spot. No sweat. Time to block. Time to block. We be bumming here, yo. GM style factory spackle. It is the same as what was in that trunk before. I think it was GM cans too. Factory color, can't remember the code. It was red. If you ever want to shit your pants and sweat all at the same time, try assembling painted panels all by your onesie with your homemade thingamawhatses. Can't stand them fenders. Black stripes, that's what you came with. That's what you left with. Ooh, shiny, shiny. There's a nervous section of a shop. This here was to demonstrate that to keep this fella happy, all them stripes had to go where they went. And if you look, it don't get much better. Free-handed on the nose cone to match the, I mean, there's just no templates. This was a whale tail car, and it stayed a whale tail car. And this is the way it left to the dude.